Hey guys, so I am here at the Oppo concept store and I'm not alone. I mean, other than my wife behind. This is Thiru, right? Thiru is from another YouTube tech review channel by the name of Random Review Squad, right? So I'll put a link to his channel down below. Go check him out. A lot of excellent videos. Thiru, actually, have you ever had any experience with any Oppo phones?
I had like some short experiences with my friends and their Oppo phones. I think it's pretty common for people who look for budget phones. And but yeah, not really the high ends, more of the mid-tier phones.
Well, that has changed, right? Now you've got some excellent phones from Oppo. You've got the X series, even the Oppo Reno 5 Pro that I reviewed very recently. Fantastic phone, not a budget phone, right? But good value. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here for this. Now this looks like any other normal phone, right? This is the Oppo X. I think it's just called the Oppo X.
It's Oppo X 2021.
Oppo X 2021. Okay, and no, this is not a production phone. At least,
It's a concept phone.
yeah. And
It's a concept.
this is basically also their customer service center, so we're gonna get a lot of noise. I hope you guys can hear me. But yeah, so this is the Oppo X 2021, and this is a concept phone, alright? And I think some of you might have already heard something about this, but if you're wondering what this does, it does this. How cool is that? It's a rollable screen.
Do that again.
Okay, I'll close it.
Alright.
Alright,
Closing.
and then up again.
Yeah.
More time.
Dope.
It's so dope. It's incredible. It's a rollable screen. So this is probably another take to an extendable or expandable phone screen. Of course, you see all those foldable phones from like Huawei, you got Samsung and all that. This is another take on it. In my opinion, so far, this seems like the better idea. I don't know. What do you think?
I think this is a better idea because you're not really folding the screen per se, and you're not creasing the screen. This is more of stretching out the screen over a rollable surface. So
Yeah.
there's no real damage that you can do from just folding and opening the phone.
And
So I think this is a better one.
About the fact that it's rollable, now just to clarify, when they say roll, it's not like your blinds. It doesn't close and coil up here. That's probably gonna damage the screen. What it does is it coils. It's got a similar concept to your army tracks and all that. So it goes round at the bottom and comes in here, alright? And the cool thing is that for the base, like this system behind the screen, it's sort of like I don't know what you call it, like I don't know, it does this basically. So you don't overlap, making the phone thicker. It actually goes like this. So you keep the phone at a certain width. And I gotta say, I mean, it's not the thinnest, I'll admit, but it's certainly thinner than those foldable ones that basically double in width when you fold them, right? So this is still pretty cool. Despite the size, you don't get a headphone jack. You'll see that change. Like I said, this is a prototype, right? It's a concept phone. It's not going into production yet. There's still a lot of things that are going to change, and you might notice that there is no selfie camera, right? They are looking into adding it in. What format or what system they use for the selfie camera, I'm not sure. You guys are probably aware that Oppo also has that, what do you call it? Extendable or
It's a pop-up camera.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, pop-up camera. It's a pop-up camera and then it goes in. Also a really cool idea. I'm not quite sure why it didn't take off, but this is also a really good idea. But in terms of the selfie camera, I'm not sure how they're going to add it in, but according to them, they will, okay? Now, things like the specs, like the APU, the GPU, the RAM, and storage, of course, they have something in here, but that's not finalized yet, right? We don't know what they're going to add in. I think they don't know what they're going to add in yet also. But of course, the key thing here, the major thing to talk about really is the screen. And honestly, looking at it right now, I don't see a problem. It looks really good. I mean, with the foldable phones, the most obvious thing is the foldable screen. You get is a crease, right? So I'm just going to switch off the phone. Oh no, I might need to extend it first. I'm going to extend it first, and then I'm going to switch the screen off, right? So that's usually when it's the most obvious. So I don't know, Thiru, if you're going to be able to get it. It's a
very slight crease. Yeah, you can see.
Very slight.
Yeah.
What I would say is you're also getting the sun projection on top. So, yeah, but anyway, it's not that bad. It's something in the center here. I think that is where, when it's closed, this is probably
That's
here.
the end point,
Yeah, that's the point here. That's why it has a crease. But other than that, this particular spot here does not have a crease at all because it goes in straight. It doesn't coil, like I said. So that's brilliant, actually. And how you close or extend or retract the screen is this button over here. So it has a capacitive button over here, which also doubles as a power button. No fingerprint sensor yet, although I'm assuming they will probably add one in. But all you have to do is swipe down and it closes, all right? And then you just do the opposite to extend it again. You just swipe up and then it opens up. Now, I'm gonna show how it opens up from the back, okay? So I'm gonna do this and then it opens up, like that. Now you're getting the projection, so okay, let me do that again.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's basically a white
Yeah.
back with, is that glass or is that plastic?
This looks glass, I would assume, but the inside probably is plastic. So open up, that's how it is. It's quite cool.
Yeah.
And let me do it one more time, but from the top maybe. So let's see if I can aim this right. Okay, there you go. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I think it's a pretty cool. I think right now it's probably the best option in terms of a expandable screen.
I think, yeah, it is a pretty good option. Just that I only find a problem with the scrolling part, because when you scroll, you have to make sure you get used to it. One, it has to be
Wait, when
slower.
you say, you mean like this?
Yeah, the scrolling part, because when you want to do things fast as a consumer, maybe you want to do some productivity stuff on your phone, you want to do certain things fast, and when you unlock, usually you expect it to be fast, right? And let's say when you want to expand the screen, you're going to swipe it fast.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't register, you're going to end up swiping it multiple times.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only problem I see. If we can increase maybe the sensitivity, or if it allows for faster swiping, then that'd be better.
Yeah, that's also a double-edged sword. I mean, if it becomes too sensitive, can you imagine walking along the street and then like suddenly the phone expands your pocket?
Yeah.
Although having said that, I did a test just now, and it's kind of weird to do it now, but I'm gonna put like my
It's okay,
t-shirt,
I got the
and then
camera
I'm
here.
gonna try and yeah, it's not opening. So I guess if it's in a bag, in your pocket, anything else with something else in between, it's not gonna open. So I think you're safe there. And also, when you turn the screen off, all right, when you turn the screen off, it won't. So like even if now I turn the screen off, I'm doing this, it's not gonna open, all right? So at least you know you're safe there. You don't suddenly have a bigger handbag or pocket, so that's quite cool. And yeah, not just the power button, but if the screen is locked, you still can't expand it, right? So that's another safety feature which is pretty cool. Anything you want to add to this, Thiru?
I think so far, software-wise, it's been a little interesting because apps already support expanding and minimizing based on the screen size. So when this thing expands and you're watching something or when you're doing something, it's gonna expand on its own according to the screen size. Only the camera blanks out, right? So it blanks out and then it comes back on. But I think they can work on that. It may change as well.
We can show it. So
Yeah,
here
so-
now we've got the camera. We've got my wife here. On the camera, we've got some of the guys. Hi. Okay, so when we retract the phone, screen goes blank,
Yeah.
and then it turns on again.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if it's a fault or a safety feature or whatever. It could be something to do with the way it retracts. So here it might block the camera. I'm not entirely sure. But there was something that you pointed out as well that was actually quite good. Now, when you message someone, you got the keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Now, okay, while it's closed, doesn't seem to retract. Now
Yeah.
we've got the rotation on. This is just a software bug, alright? I'm not faulting Oppo for this, but it's something that they can work on. It doesn't rotate even though the auto rotation is on. Now, if we extend the phone, look at that. Actually, I didn't notice what the transition between the keyboard is really nice. Let's do that again. Look at that. That's
Nice.
very cool. Although I don't know if you can see the crease is quite obvious when it's white.
Right. There's a little
Yeah, the little line, but
because it's stretching out.
yeah, but anyway, so it doesn't rotate as well. I would assume, like you mentioned, like having a phone with this orientation and this size is actually quite nice to type. But that's a software thing. I'm assuming very easily fixable.
Yeah. Screen protectors. How is that going to go on there?
Oh, that's a good
Right.
point. We don't know. You can't have a. Yeah, actually, that's a really good point.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
that's what the gap is for. As you were saying, there's a gap there. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. So how is screen protectors going to go? What about your cases? Interesting, right? It'd be two-piece cases.
All I know is I'm glad I'm not an Oppo developer. They've got a lot of stuff to fix.
Yeah.
I mean, not say fix. They got stuff to think about. I mean, they could just maybe have a really strong screen, but
No, but I mean, it is pretty strong. It's pretty durable. As you hold it, I don't think if you drop it, it's gonna break or anything. It's
yeah,
pretty good. Yeah.
I think your heart will break before you.
Yeah,
you
that's-
break, considering what it's probably gonna cost. But yeah, I mean, we don't know things about water resistance.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know how that's gonna work. They've got a lot of stuff to sort out. But I mean, this is just a hands-on. We don't have the chance to bring this back to our studio or home to
full
play around
video,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, because This is a prototype and this is the only one in Singapore, right? There's no other set in Singapore. And by the way, if you want to take a look at it, you can come down to the Oppo concept store. However, it's going to be protected, I assume, by a box or a very big bodyguard. I'm not sure, maybe both. But yeah, so for us, we are really honored to be able to, play around with this phone. And a very big shout out and thank you to Oppo for inviting us for the hands-on. I have to say, yeah, I'm very excited about this. I think this is the first true expandable phone that I'm seriously looking as a possible solution to this thing. Foldable phones for me is out of the question. Anything you want to add on before we end?
No, I think this is the right direction in innovating for expandable phones, but I am curious to see how they're going to add the camera, because Xiaomi has their under-display cameras now, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't like it. They showed some photos and it was horrible.
So let's see if maybe this might implement that. You never know, unless they take the Galaxy approach of a notch.
That will piss me off actually.
Yeah.
And one thing about the Moto now, they claim that they have a lifespan of 100,000 rotations, which by some calculation is you're looking at, if you were to do this a few times every day, you're looking at a few years, 3-4 years at least. So you shouldn't have an issue with that. People change their phones a lot quicker than that, so that's not an issue as well. But yeah, I think that's all for now. Thiru, thank you so much for joining me for this hands-on event. Alright, we'll see if we get the phone in production. We'll try and test it out. But until then, we'll see you guys really soon.
Bye.